So let's move on to one more subject, and that is the brainwashing that is happening and continues to happen. One of the things, Jan, you just mentioned it, will this change? Well, the deception is so great. Well, part of the reason the deception is so great is the psyops that's happening, the brainwashing that's happening. I mean, how many of us have been told in recent days that Israel is the aggressive nation in the Middle East? And a whole generation of children are being told that. All the kids here, in their school, it's Israel. There's, right? And so you think about that Isaiah 5. You often quote it, Jan. That which is good is called evil. That which is evil is called good. I mean, the bad guys are called supporters of freedom. I mean, Jan, when I saw this, that George Soros is getting the Freedom Medal, when he's opposing the Constitution of the United States and spending billions of dollars to do it. And Hillary Clinton, excuse me, she's a traitor to the country. When she was using that server at home, I had military people, I had, high government officials saying, if I did that, I would be in jail. And you would never see me again, Mark. How in the world does this happen? Well, it's part of the brainwashing that's happening. I want you to see what happened. This occurred Tuesday. I want you two to respond to it. This was the setup before Biden spoke on Wednesday. Listen to this brainwashing that's happening. I want you two to respond to this. Watch this.
And finally, President Biden set to give a speech tomorrow from the State Department about foreign policy, about the Biden years. Can you give us any sort of preview what his final message will be? Well, he's going to ask the question, is America stronger than we were 4 years ago? And he's going to answer that question with a definitive yes. Our alliances are stronger, as I said before. Our enemies and competitors are weaker. We've kept the nation out of war. Every element of American power is stronger today. And if you look around the world at every other significant country, they're looking at the United States in 2025 and saying, damn, I wish we were in their position. Because the U.S., alone among the major economies in the world, is dynamic, powerful, propelled with very good friends and with adversaries and competitors under pressure. That's the legacy. That's what we're handing off to the next team. President Biden will elaborate that and also talk about the future, the technology revolution, the energy transition, how we're set up for success on those, but the work has to continue, and that's what the next team will have to carry forward.
That is your White House Secretary Advisor on foreign policy. Tuesday.
Wow.
Is that a psyop or brainwashing? Would you two like to respond?
Well, against the reprobate mind, but again, I mean, we represent two states here, California and Minnesota. This kind of thinking dominates many blue states. But the three of us are stuck in it because this is the kind of political thinking that goes on within the liberal, godless, reprobate mind. Brandon, you take it away.
Truly, they are. So here's what happens. That's gaslighting, right? That's the inverse of truth. So here's what Matthias Desmet found out. This is an important stat I want everyone to know because you're in this stat, and I'm going to show you where you're in the stat and how you can make a difference. So what Matthias Desmet found out is called psychological mass formation, which found out whether it's in Nazi Germany or Russia or any revolution that happens, the general population is segmented in these segments that I'm about to give you. Here's the first segment. 30% of whatever given population believes every lie they are told by the government. So 30%, like just go off the cliff. They don't question, well, if that guy said it and he's on the news, then it must be real. There's 30% of your population that does that. Okay. Rescuing them, very difficult. Okay. Then you have the bigger population number is 65%. 65% of the population knows what he just said is wrong, but goes along with it anyway because it helps them have an easier lifestyle. They knew it was wrong, but they went along to keep their job, to keep their family happy, to keep their spouse happy, or whatever it is, and they go along with it. So what you end up having is a populace of 95% of the population will go with a lie, with a majority knowing it's not right. Guess how many don't go along with it? 5%. The 5%, for some reason, never believe the lies. Ever. No matter if you're Nazi Germany or Russia or even the stuff we've went through. So, who is this 5%? That's what you realize. Is it you? Because it should be you. Okay, here's what Matthias Desmet found out. If the 5% will do their job in telling the truth and counteract that gaslighting and lies, they can rescue some of the 65% out. You can't rescue the 30, but you can rescue part of the 65 that knows they're doing wrong and they know it. But all they need is somebody to lead them in the truth who has enough guts to stand in the face of the lies and say, what you've been told is a lie, follow me. If that 5% is you, that's your job. That's my job. That's called being salt and light. And that's how you go against the gaslighting.